So there is a bit of a story of how we ended up stalling on the middle of this roundabout, but to get there, we're going to need to rewind a little bit.
Hello and welcome to the first mock test of 2023, where we are going to help you with tips to prepare for your driving test to come. Today we are going to perform a mock test. We're going to include everything that would normally be on a driving test, including pulling over on the side of the road, one of the 4 reverse parking maneuvers, and the dreaded show me tell me question. Here today we have Isaac with us. Isaac, can you tell us a little bit about your driving experience?
I've had about 10 hours with Josh, and then I've also been out with my mum practicing a fair bit.
Has it massively helped you having that experience driving the car with mum?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your driving test?
I'm nervous, but I feel like I'm gonna do well.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
You got this?
Yeah.
You got this in the bag? Okay. When is your driving test?
My test is on Tuesday.
A couple of days, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Have you got any particular worries or fears about your driving test?
I'm maybe a bit nervous about the manoeuvres.
Yeah.
Apart from that, quite confident.
Okay, so it's manoeuvres.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Have you been looking at any of your show me tell me questions?
I've had a look at a couple, but not enough.
Okay, so make sure you revise those before Tuesday. Show me tell me questions will only go down as a minor if you get them wrong, a driving fault, but it doesn't make you look very prepared, and first impressions do count, so let's get those right. So your show me tell me question today is, can you tell me how you would check that your headlights and taillights are working before starting a journey?
You could get out of the car and have a look when you've turned them on.
Perfect. So during the driving test, 4 out of 5 people would be following a sat-nav, 1 in 5 people would be following road signs. Today we're going to follow the sat-nav for around 20 minutes of the driving test. I may leave it on for the full driving test just to give you the bit more experience with the sat-nav. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. During the driving test, I'm not going to tell you if you make any mistakes or anything like that at all. I'm not going to intervene unless I absolutely have to. At home, if you're watching this, you may see something pop up on the screen. We will talk about any feedback at the end of the test. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. Okay, let's go.
Okay, to start us off, there's an excellent blind spot check there, so massive well done there, Isaac. Let's go.
So, at the crossroads, turn right.
Okay.
Turn left, B5050.
Isaac's made great use of his mirrors there before popping his signal alarm. Very well done, and nice positioning on the junction. If you keep an eye on Isaac's positioning as we go around this corner, for whatever reason he's taking it a bit wide and we actually end up on the wrong side of the road here. Luckily, it's a crossroads and it's traffic light controlled, so I'm only going to put it down as a driving fault. But be really careful of this, because this could easily be a high-risk situation, easily be a serious fault.
So, if you weren't here today, what would you typically be doing right now then, Isaac?
I'd probably be at work.
Go straight on,
Work
Pitt Street
shop,
West,
it's a bit
then keep
January.
left.
Really?
Yeah.
So where'd you work?
Just a restaurant in Wedgwood.
Oh, brilliant. Quiet season, is it?
Yeah.
Keep left, then bear left.
I think it is the worst time for restaurants and that sort of
Bear
thing,
left,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Woodbank Street, then take the third left.
So what's made you push for the driving test then? What's made you want to learn to drive?
After 200 yards,
Just wanna
turn
go down.
left,
I just-
Wycliffe Street. Left.
So it was there, so can we just go round the roundabout, come back on ourselves, is that okay?
So Isaac has got a driving fault here, but probably not for what you're thinking, because again, he has gone the wrong way, which is absolutely fine. The issue we've got here is that he's actually signalled to go the correct way and then drove past. If a car was waiting at that junction, they could easily assume he was turning and pull out on him. So luckily in this situation it was low risk, but that could again easily go down as a serious fault if a car did. So just be careful, be aware to turn your signal back off if you change your mind.
And it's just next road on the right.
Turn right, Wycliffe Street.
is a really horrible corner, and most people end up going over the corner of the curb. I'm really impressed that Isaac hasn't. He's taken it at the right speed, and he's stayed on our side of the road as well, so massive well done, mate. Just a cheeky little driving fault here for getting the MSM routine, or look, tail, decide routine. Just didn't check our right mirror before we overtook the car.
Turn left.
Done really well with both of those stop signs. Came to a full stop, as you absolutely should. You can't continue rolling at all. The car has to come to a full stop. So yeah, very nicely done. Well done.
And take the first exit.
This area.
So, between 6 and 10.
Okay. So really not that much at all in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Try not let me put you off either, okay? If I'm talking to you, like the examiner's going to probably make an effort to talk to you, the last thing they want to do is distract you, although they are distracting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's in a friendly way, they're taking your attention off the road. So if in that situation, like at that roundabout, I'm talking to you, don't think I'm going to be offended if you just shut up and ignore me and
After
focus.
300 yards,
Yeah?
go left on
That's,
the roundabout
at the end of the day,
and take the
what's your
first
priority?
exit, A500 towards Newcastle
Yeah,
under
passing the
line.
driving test for
Then
sure.
keep right.
That's it.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, then keep right.
Again, very impressed by this. We're just going onto the slip road to enter the dual carriageway, and you nice and cleanly got up to speed of the traffic. This is a common mistake that people make, and it makes it a lot harder to get onto the dual carriageway, so well done.
Keep right, then take the exit.
Stay here. Yeah, just ignore. Sorry, when it's safe to do so, could you show me how you wash and clean the front windscreen?
So that's mine.
Thank you, that's fine. That does sound exciting. Are they this week? Oh, you did say you had an exam
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah. This left.
Yes.
Left.
Yeah, first exit left, yeah.
I'm just ignoring that now.
Just ignore that, absolutely. We'll get back on track with that shortly. And then when we get to the roundabout, we're going to take the third exit right, if that's okay.
Excellent use of mirrors and signalling coming off that roundabout. Just the right time to let the other people know what you're doing, and good positioning as well. Well done.
How are you going to feel if you're a YouTube hit sensation?
I don't know.
I think Isaac must have just had a little brain fart here, because he's positioned himself following the other cars on the right side of the road, but the other cars are all turning right at the roundabout, whereas Isaac knows we're following the road ahead. Now, there's no lines on the road that I can see, so arguably it's one lane, and there's no car coming up his left side, so because of that reason, I'm going to give him a driving fault rather than a serious fault. But the positioning there could easily and possibly should be a serious fault.
So... Good, and then I would just like you, see these bays on the right hand side?
Yeah.
I'd like you to pick one of those and do a forward bay park for me, whenever it's safe.
This was a textbook forward bay park. The really important points here are obviously getting in the lines, but it's reversing back out safely, making sure you're making effective observations, basically looking around, showing the examiner you are looking behind you, you know where to be looking, and taking it as slowly as possible. So well done.
Following the road ahead down there.
And this is where things very, very quickly go badly. And Josh nearly does number 2. Keep an eye on that car coming round the roundabout. It's signalling left, but he's quite close to the roundabout, so let's see where he goes. Let's have a look. This is one of those horrible situations that people fail their driving test for, where we haven't actually made the mistake because this driver is still signalling left far too early, but we need to recognise that and react to it faster. And because we haven't, this is what's led to Isaac getting a serious fault and failing his driving test.
You're alright, carry on. Gas. Got it? Yeah. Let's go round again. Carry on round. Pop that signal on for me. That's it. Keep going round. That's it. All good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep on going round. That's it. Keep going round. Keep going round. Keep going. And up here. Don't stress it. It's all good. Yeah? Yeah, all good. And when it's safe to do so, could you pull over on the left for me?
Yeah.
The left, sorry, my left, yeah. When it's safe to do so, can you drive on?
Now I found this a really interesting situation. I've asked Isaac to carry on when it's safe to do so. There's a red car parked on the left and we can see there's an oncoming vehicle. So it's obviously their priority. Can't speak. It's obviously their priority. So we should really wait. But Isaac's thinking I can squeeze through there before he gets here. Which you would be correct, except we could not see the vehicle parked behind the red car. So now we've caused this person to wait when they shouldn't have. So I'm going to put it down as a driving fault, but it's something to be aware of. If it's not our priority, its safest option is to, you know, wait.
Pull in on the left behind that lorry. Would that be okay? And if you can turn the engine off. Okay, so I put the sat nav away, blah, 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 blah. And at this point, I would say either congratulations, you passed, or unfortunate, on this occasion, you haven't succeeded. How did it go?
I think everything was good until that roundabout incident, and then it just went south.
Absolutely right. Unfortunately, it is a no-go today. No-go, Isaac, sorry. You did so well, didn't you? You did absolutely fantastic until you got to that roundabout. The driving, I would say, the general driving was very, very good. Okay, I was pleased. I was really pleased. Your manoeuvres were great. The pulling over was absolutely fine. There was nothing, I mean, there was the odd minor fault here and there, driving fault here and there, but there was nothing that stood out that said, oh, this isn't great. Okay. All right, that roundabout, what happened? Tell us what happened.
I saw all the cars going straight ahead and I just didn't see that one.
Okay, did you notice if that car was signalling or not? Can you remember looking back or?
No, I didn't think.
You didn't remember. Okay, so what happened was the car's coming round the roundabout, but he had they had their left signal on.
Okay.
So in my head, if someone's signaling left, it's saying they're coming off the roundabout. But I think what they must have done is they must have just put the signal on slightly too early when they hadn't quite finished coming off.
Okay.
Got past that previous junction.
Yeah.
So you saw the signal and probably thought they were coming off there. Unfortunately, they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I had to intervene with a hard brake. It happens. What have you learnt from that?
Just to check one more time before leaving.
Perfect. One more time. That's simple. If you checked that one last time, you would have seen that car coming around. I wouldn't have had to brake. You could have braked yourself. All would have been a very different story. And this is a typical thing that does happen, especially on the way back to the test centre. You know, we're in the last 5 minutes of the driving test, and you know you're on your way back. You start to relax. You start to lose focus a little bit, and then something goes and hits the fan. Unfortunately, friend. But don't worry about it. It's a learning curve. We're going to go for this driving test and we're going to nail it first time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah? Thank you ever so much for doing this for everyone. You've been an absolute hero. Thank you.
Cheers.
If this has helped, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon. I'm Josh, your driving instructor, and I'm out. Are you out?
I'm out.
He's out.